So you're moving to the greater Nashville area and you have no idea where you want to live. Well, today we're going to explore 7 reasons why people are choosing to call Nolensville, Tennessee home, and one major drawback to the area. So stick around to the end so you can learn more about why you might not want to call Nolensville your home. All right, so reason number 1, the schools. Now, we have to be careful with what we can say, so definitely check the great school ratings. One of the things that Nolensville is known for is, as a community right here in Williamson County, we have some of the strongest schools in the whole entire state, so you're gonna wanna check those and make sure it's what you are looking for. But we also have the last remaining historic school site right here in Nolensville. That is the original Nolensville School. It's a Rosenwald-inspired school. It was built in 1937. It still stands today, and it is a historic landmark. Locals love the fact that that school is still here, and it really marries the days of old with the days of new. All right, reason number 2, country calm, city close. But here's the twist. You might not know this, but Nolensville is primarily a Williamson County city, but there are actual neighborhoods right here in Nolensville where you actually straddle 3 different counties. You've got a small portion in Rutherford County, you've got some in Davidson County, and then you also have Williamson County. So locals will actually joke that yes, the city and the zip code might state Nolensville, but your taxes are going to tell you where you actually live, right? Because depending on the county, that's what dictates those property taxes. And a lot of you guys have questions about that, call me and I'll clarify, because that is something that it does vary from county to county right here in Middle Tennessee. So depending on what county you're in, that's going to dictate the school zone that you feed into, as well as those taxes. Now, when I say city close, that is because we are literally 20 minutes from BNA, so Nashville Airport. We are about 25 minutes from Broadway. So if you got people coming in and you want to go party or CMAs or whatever, you're 25 minutes from Broadway. And other surrounding cities like Murfreesboro or Franklin, within that half an hour to 40-minute time frame, depending on the time of day that you want to go visit those cities and go check out their town centers. So you're very, very centrally located right here in Nolensville. Okay, so reason number 3 is the thought that was put into designing Nolensville. So there was a very curated design that was intentionally planned out many years ago when city officials knew that Nolensville was going to be slated for growth at some point. So what they did was they put some very strict guidelines on the types of businesses and commercial buildings that could be built right here in Nolensville, which is great because it really gives you that very elevated feeling. No matter where you're at in town, you're not seeing a lot of like development that is, you know, that big box feel, or that's going to become kind of run down over the years. The developers were very, very intentional, or rather the city officials were very intentional with making sure that as Nolensville grows, it continues to have that really cohesive upper end feel, which is why there's a lot of high income earners that choose to call Nolensville home. They really like the feel of the community, the thought that was put into the design, and obviously want somewhere that is more upscale to call their home. So that is number 3, why people are choosing Nolensville. Reason number 4 why people are calling Nolensville home is the community feel. So believe it or not, there are people that are relocating to Nolensville from out of the area, but you also get a lot of people that are relocating within the state of Tennessee. They really like that community feel. Some people are downsizing, some people are moving up and just really want this community feel. The thing about Nolensville is you're not gonna have that where, you know, everybody is gathering necessarily in the community and just staying kind of in their central neighborhood or meeting at the big box stores and things like that, which also plays into reason number 3. You're gonna see a lot of people are connecting at baseball games and Friday night lights right at the high school football games, or things like the farmers market, which happens here on Saturday. So you're gonna see a lot of the same familiar faces. There's only about 13,000 people that live in Nolensville right now, but you very much have that very connected community, which is one of the reasons why people are moving here in droves. Now, reason number 5 might actually surprise you, and that is got a lot of local, unique style businesses. So it's one of those things when you're supporting local business, you're helping to pay for your neighbor's kid to go to camp, or you're helping to fund the retirement maybe of the couple next door who just has a local mom and pop shop that is paying the bills and supplementing pensions and things like that. So it's that really unique flavor of not having a lot of big box stores that are like pushing out the mom and pops and the little guys in town. It's the fact that these are the places that are the heartbeat of the community, and you do have a lot of those local shops and local restaurants and things like that that you can come support your neighbors and get to know them. Number 6 is one of those things that may surprise you. There are a lot of people that are here in town, and like I said before, a lot of high earners are choosing to call Nolensville home. But if you actually check out niche.com, you're gonna see some amazing statistics as far as like the median age of people that are moving here and things like that. You're gonna see that there are a lot of young professionals that are choosing to call Nolensville home. So you do have a different demographic than some of the areas in Middle Tennessee. Okay, number 7 is one of the things that you guys are calling us about and that we know that you're looking for. Now that is the fact that you can have chickens, you really have that higher end lifestyle, and you've still got the walking trails, the great outdoors, and that's all encompassed in this town of Nolensville. So it's one of those things where a lot of you guys are wanting to homestead. A lot of you guys do things like homeschooling, and you really want that connectedness, but you want to be able to have those higher end homes and still have that lifestyle piece that is what is attracting you to Middle Tennessee in general. So Nolensville is going to offer that, and it's going to give you a lot more flexibility to have that lifestyle that you're looking to live, but still have the nice suburban feel as you're looking for a place that's going to have a lot of those amenities, be very, very close to Nashville, be close to that Smyrna airport, the ER, things like that. So we're about 20 minutes from the closest, well, the biggest hospital in the area, which is actually in Smyrna, but you actually have an ER within 5 minutes away. You can be to downtown Franklin for the beautiful pumpkin fest, the tree lighting, all of those things within about 30-35 minutes. And you can be right off Broadway, like I said, 25 minutes. So you really do have a lot of different variation as far as where you can be, very centrally located, and you definitely have that mixed rural residential feel to the area. Okay, so I told you all the great things about Nolensville, so why might it not be the right fit for you? I'm gonna tell you the biggest reason that people choose not to call Nolensville home is the traffic. Nolensville is where it's located. You don't have an easy way to really get anywhere besides Nolensville Road. So Nolensville Road is always congested, and locals will tell you, if you do not plan your day around Nolensville Road is going to plan your day for you. And I personally have been on 840 trying to exit the freeway and headed east on 840, and you go to turn left, and I've literally sat there for 25 minutes, finally just went ahead and turned right, found an empty parking lot and a break in the traffic, and just went for it, turned left, flipped around, and then got going the right way. And that was actually right here in the community that we're in. It was one of their events, and I was running late as a result. So it was very, very frustrating. And that is something that you have to keep in mind. Nolensville is tucked away. It's one of those communities that it's not this urban sprawl where you're bleeding into other communities and you have all these different ways to get in and out of the area. We are off 840, but you actually exit 840 and then you still continue to go down Nolensville Road to get anywhere. So that is one of the drawbacks, is really one way in, one way out as far as those major roads are concerned. So you want to keep that in mind. If that is something that you're trying to get away from or something that freaks you out, then maybe Nolensville is not for you. And if that's the case, that's okay, because again, my team and I, we cover the whole Middle Tennessee area. So we can help you figure out what really is the right community to call home. And guess what, you guys? You might be several years out, like I said. Maybe you haven't even decided fully that a move to Tennessee is what is going to be the best thing for your family and you. But guess what? We can schedule a one-on-one consultation. We're gonna get real deep and real personal, figure out what's important to you, and then based upon that information, some of you guys wanna actually get out and start seeing houses and communities, and that's great. But a lot of you guys are like, you know what? We want to check out the area. Guess what? We can custom tailor a self-guided tour directly for you, but we've got to get really deep and granular as far as what it is that's important to you and your family and really get to know you. So that is what you're going to get, the level of care and handholding that my team and I provide. So go ahead and reach out, get your buyer consult scheduled, or your relocation consult, actually I should call it, because again, doesn't mean that you're even gonna choose Middle Tennessee, but you won't know if you don't have that help. Colby and I've got a buyer right now that we're helping right here from the channel that you guys reached out and you said, you know what, I'd visited the area in the past and I had a realtor that kind of sent me on a goose chase. I drove around, I got frustrated, I really didn't think it was for me, and then we found your channel, we were able to learn more about the area. So they came out just a couple weeks ago. We sat down with them, we had coffee after doing their consultation. They knew exactly what was for them, what wasn't for them, and we got them all dialed in, and now they are under contract on their brand new house. And that, it's one of those things that's not gonna happen if you don't have the right help and guidance, and that's what we're here for. So go ahead and reach out, and we're gonna get you all squared away, and we'll see you back on the next video.